Welcome in, everybody, to this week's chapter of Salem by Night. I'm your host, your storyteller, your dungeon mistress. And boy, do we have a delight of a game for you.
1 year and 6 months later, Elizabeth unfortunately has won. Some kindred, just as old, are coming out from the shadows to make their move. They have slumbered until the hornet's nest was inevitably kicked, and now the queen has claimed her new throne. There's those who wish to overthrow her. In these trying times, the night of the death of the Salem by Night coterie, Kyler has recently expired, and Dr. Silas Fletcher has brought him back once more. However, every night he has to unfortunately sow and stable himself back to completeness, and it is rather painful. Let's see, here we go. Kyler has been in contact with some people who may be potential allies. In particular, someone he calls an information broker, a man who knows too much and keeps an eye on all things that go bump in the night. They do not know his name, but upon meeting him, he introduces himself in a peculiar manner as Xavier, then Philip, then Julian, and now, he himself is known only to few as Marquis. It seems he has a desire to move the pieces of the chessboard and change up the game, because it seems Elizabeth has threatened his family. He is too smooth, too charming, and it seems he holds many secrets that can aid or hinder the party. So whether or not he is an asset, his skills and talents are a worthwhile gamble. Excuse me. The next member they have met a man covered in blood who walks out from a bar. He seems a little bit more upfront with his desires, but the desires of a Rook, and the newcomer of Marquis is the same: to overthrow the so-called god who claims Salem's throne. Rook and Marquis seem to know each other and have worked together on a few occasions. One man, the information gatherer. So what the hell is this word?
What?
Coercer. What the fuck do you say that?
Like the coercer?
Coercer. Excuse me. I'm dyslexic and I can't read words. Forgive me. So, the information gatherer, the coercer, and Rook. The fists, the power, and the cleaner. Both with skills in underhanded information gathering and secret keeping. Both offering their services to the cause. We see Jericho seize and fall to his knees. An unknown source pulling him into the brink of death, to the shadows of oblivion. There we have Mads O'Shea being chased by the threats of her father, Mr. Wednesday, a man on a tricycle. A break in oblivion, and the spirits are being eaten by the maw of an unknown, and a man and his boys enter the fray. This is the man Jericho needs to find. That is the man that has the book to bring Blythe back. Magnus and his pack, those who howl at the moon, have a book that Blythe and Mads knew too well. And Mads O'Shea is dedicated to bring her back. But in order to do that, she must keep scouring through oblivion with the shadows that haunt her.
Thank you, Inu. Everyone may have 1 willpower.
Cool.
Nice.
I'll write it down.
Okay, tonight, we start across town. Instead of sticking with the full coterie, we branch off, trailing and following behind the doctor and Kadal. I should call it the doctor and the magician. Xirus, I need you to roll a wits and awareness.
All right. That's 2 successes.
Okay, I need you to roll a d6 for me.
5.
Wow. Okay. For Lazarus Kane, this riotous club is somewhat fitting and somewhat displaced. The kindred has been quiet the last year and a half. But for the better part of what you guess, 11 months, Xirus, Lazarus was nothing but a walking feral tank of rage and loss. Followed by a short stint as barely above a wraith, as his humanity was dangerously low. But whether it be through sheer force of will or some supernatural means, he has gathered himself and requested through Kadal a meeting with you specifically at the riotous place you see before you, Club Rapture. Known for its delicious catering to kindred kind and to being an Elysium not only for kindred, but for Garu, succubi, and the occasional specter. The owner, a mysterious entity known only as the priest. Very little is known about the priest. Some just call him or her father. I don't know if you'd have visited this place before, Xirus, but you know of it. Located smack dab in the middle of downtown, with 6 blocks surrounding it under watch and guard. Club Rapture is a decadent place. Several sub-basements and floors above, lending to its sleek faux skyscraper. Oh, that's really hard. Faux skyscraper architecture. That was very difficult to say. Whew. The windows are blacked out, and steel shutters in the day actually come over the glass, making it a perfect location for those allergic to the sun, or in case any errant Garu may suddenly rage, to keep them well and fitted inside. That being said, there is, well, a woman wearing mile-high stripper boots and a mini skirt that perhaps a couple of band-aids would cover more. The tiny titty shirt lends enough to the imagination that it is artful. She's looking at you, Xirus, from across the parking lot as you and Kadal step out of, well, where he got the Rolls Royce, you are not sure, but Kadal seems to have taken a liking to driving. And as the both of you step out, her eyes narrow on you, and they are sphinx-like, golden, her dark skin lending to the look of a bronze goddess, her hair wild, beautiful curls kept up in tight braids on the side, and then to bounce in an afro style. And she grins with a flash of fang as her eyes trail all the way down and all the way back up. Kadal makes a as she steps off the curb, headed in your direction.
He looks over his shoulder a little towards Kadal. Do you know this one?
I do not.
Very well.
Lazarus should be here within the half hour. If you decide to spend a little time, please do it quietly.
And he adjusts his gloves before stepping away from the Rolls Royce, hitting the lock button. Beep beep.
So we're here early.
He nods, and he's gonna start moving away as the woman gets closer, and kind of linger for you by the entrance, gauging whether or not you'll anything with this woman. And of course, she within 10 feet of you says, "Evening.
Good evening.
Don't think I've seen you around here before."
Yes, I usually make that,
She's 5 feet away, stepping closer.
I usually do stay away. But it looks like I have business here, and he is late.
Here, she steps up into your space. And here I was hoping I could be your business.
Well, unfortunately, no. Where is he?
When you scan the entrance, you see nothing through the slick, blackened windows. You just see Kadal. A rasp of a lighter lights his face, his heavy brow, his deadly eyes, and then he draws on a cigarello. And he just watches you. And she prowls around you. Xirus, when was the last time you let yourself relax, kindred?
He doesn't relax. He's kind of a workaholic. I don't think he's ever done. Maybe the most relaxing he's ever been is when he talks to his daughter.
True.
Yeah.
How about I give you 10 minutes?
10 minutes. Of what?
Let me give you, or you give me, 10 minutes of your time. And then we'll see if maybe I can be your business here later.
I'm sorry, my dear. I have more important business. I'm not here for pleasure.
Shame. I love the way the hair,
I'm sure you could,
the hair falls over your eyes like that. But just in case.
Thank you.
She gets real close, pressing herself against you for a moment. You almost stumble back, and you feel her slip something in your front pocket. And then her cat-like nails, she pushes off with a little bit of a squeeze on your pecs. And when she steps away, her hips are definitely double jointed.
He looks over towards Kadal.
Kadal nods at the woman with some semblance of respect, maybe, but he's watching you if he should just outright attack her or not. You know the look.
Xirus just kind of gives us raised brow of wow. Out of all the places to meet, kind of energy, you know.
Okay. You step up
And he walks over.
to Kadal.
Yeah.
The woman's gone inside, and the door then opens again, and you hear a familiar voice. "I'll be fucking damned," as Alistair Knox steps out. "Say you, Xirus?"
Alistair, how are you doing today?
Been better. Been a lot better. But my boys got me out of a jam, and now I'm hitting it up in Rapture Town. Eventually I'll reclaim my throne. You know, once the bitch queen is put down.
I see.
And he slaps Kadal's shoulder. "Good to see you, old dog." And Kadal just kind of hisses at him. "Ooh, still as spicy as ever, I see." And Alistair steps away. "So what brings you to Rapture?"
Apparently, and he throws a glance over at Kadal. Apparently this is where I'll be meeting a friend.
There's not a lot of those to go around lately.
Which is why they need to stay close, right?
He nods.
I think I can agree with that.
Well, it is a pleasure, Alistair. If you have any information that could benefit both of us, you know where to find me.
Depends on the kind of information you're looking for, Dr. Fletcher. Are you looking for guns, guys, girls, wolves? Can't believe I'm working with them now.
You are.
That's the worst.
Well, what brought
They've
that
taken
about?
all over the city park, and all the fucking apartments around it, all up in there, shedding for days.
Hmm. And what brought you to work with them?
Wow. I know there's only like 5 of them, but they're kind of scary, I guess. Not that I'm afraid of nothing, it's just they're powerful. Their leader's
Well.
kind of a big dog.
I see. Well, it is good to always respect the bite.
Yeah, branching out, I know. But mostly it's economic work. There's some weird Pentax guys. I don't know. Apparently they're this thing that the wolves are really... They pay me really good money. I get the information for them. They go in, they fuck up a bunch of shit. It's mutual, but it's not... It's hard. It's a hard time. I'm not gonna lie. Their triggers are shorter than Kadal's.
I'm assuming with you working with them, they are not working with her.
That was my thought too. Someone had to
Okay.
step up. So, as far as I know, they're not working with any kind of other Ventru.
Good. Well, that's
I heard a
better
rumor.
news.
I don't mean to interject, but I heard a rumor that you're gonna step up. You're gonna take the crown. Is that real? We're gonna do a little regicide, and you're gonna move right in.
He gives us look of,
All I'm saying is I would
stress.
love to have the other side of the valley. As like a baron, maybe. Just that part, though. I don't need the whole city.
well, in these coming times, Alistair, I believe actions will speak a lot louder
Sure,
than
yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah, well, I think it would look good on your head, is all I'm saying. Maybe a little gilded gold, a little black, a little onyx, a little diamond
Yeah.
crystal. You let me know. I know a guy.
Very well. But, there's something I want to bring up with you. Lucas.
His face kind of contorts a little, and he looks down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know anything?
I mean, I heard a rumor about where he's being kept, but it's not anything solid, and it's pretty fucking dangerous to check.
Well,
He
any
glances.
information is good information.
He glances around.
I mean, I kind of agree with you, but I just don't know if it's exactly true or not. And he leans forward. I heard Elizabeth got her hands on some of the U.S. Navy, and she's got a fucking submarine that she keeps out fucking miles beyond the bay, and that's where she keeps Lucas. Kind of the perfect place, if you ask me. Any kindred try to
Yes.
fucking go down there, we pop, and then we just never die.
True.
Right? And there's no
Definitely.
way whatever's happening with him that he's gonna break through a goddamn fucking submarine, drown himself. But I don't know if it's real, right? I don't know. There's like
Well.
it's like a minuscule, minute like proof kind of thing, right? Like, there was just one guy who heard it from another guy at the bar. That's it. And the other guy at the bar was a fucking sailor. All right, so
I see. Well, I appreciate the information.
sure, sure. I hope you remember it when the action starts speaking. You know, when he taps top his head.
Oh, I will remember it. I'll be keeping my eye out for you. Thank you.
Can I ask you another question? I know you're busy and you want to get inside. And Kadal like hisses because he was going to open the door, instead stops.
Can I give Kadala a nod, like if he needs to go, and go ahead?
Okay, Kadal
I'll be
does.
fine.
He opens the door, and when he steps in, you see a ton of kindred just part ways. They like split like the sea as his form, jacket whipping around him, beelines it directly for the bar. That guy,
You were saying?
he's terrifying.
Yeah.
You got to keep him around. Lucas was like that for me. Everybody get out of your way when you got a big dog.
I understand that. Did you have something else you wanted to talk about?
Yeah, it was just a question. It was just a... Okay, it's kind of a favor. But I'm willing to pay.
Go on.
Okay, rumor has it you got somebody on the inside that's into the thin blood shit, right? And he's like leans in really quiet. Turns out I need a thin blood. Scrawny guy. Kind of beetle looking a little bit with like a rat face. He
You
stole
need it.
something of mine and I need it back. And he's the one who took it. I hired him for a past job. I did him a little dirty, to be fair. I didn't pay him fully, and I didn't expect him to retaliate. And I need him, because now he's gonna pay. He goes by the name
said-
Acid Split.
Asset split.
Yeah,
And he has something of yours?
that's right. Something that I want back. Like I said, I'm willing to pay. Manpower, money, you say it, cars, guns, favor. I just need to fucking get a hold of this little guy. Preferably before the end of the week.
Well, if this war ends up the way
What?
we wish,
Right, I just
Yeah.
heard that you had ins with the Thin Bloods, you know. And
see.
technically, Xirus, you do, but roleplay it however you want.
I will see. We will see. I'll keep an ear out for this. What's his name again?
Acid Split.
He kind of does a weird tilt of his head and has a what a name kind of look, but very well. Acid Split. We'll keep in contact.
All right.
What is, if you don't mind me asking, what is it that he has of yours?
It's kind of a private thing. You understand. Once I get a hold of him, I'll be able to get it back. If you'd like to get more from him, you'll have to make a roll.
Yeah, I'd like to do a roll. I think he would look at him, a little bit of a raised of eyebrow, and he'll say, understand this is private, but I need you to understand as well. If you are to be a baron, you also need to be someone trusted. I won't be telling anyone, you know that.
Okay, let's have you roll Your charisma with either your leadership or your etiquette. And then you can add your, if you're using anything like, oh, you don't have it. Never mind. You can also use your blood potency if you'd like.
Blood potency. Do I have to like make a roll if I use blood potency? Is
Yep,
that
just
correct?
a rouse check.
Sure. There's a
Nice.
success on the rouse check.
You don't get hungrier. Excellent. So that means you can add that many dots of extra dice.
That's like 9 successes.
Holy shit.
That's good, right?
That's very good. Alistair, like, kind of glances to the side and, like, chews on his bottom lip, and he says, all right. And he leans forward. Her name is Cherry.
Cherry.
She's my
You say?
chihuahua, okay? He took my fucking dog. And she's a little white chihuahua. She's got a red collar. Her name's Cherry, and he stole her from me. And the bastard's gonna pay. If Cherry's dead, so is he. All right?
He looks at him for a bit as if.
And he won't look at you when he says this.
Yeah. Xirus is staring at him a bit as if he's like gauging him in this.
Oh, there's
Sorry.
no way he's lying with a 9. There might be more than just the dog, but the dog is literally like, this kindred is losing sleep over that little thing.
Xirus just suddenly extends his hand. Alistair?
Dr. Fletcher, he takes your hand, gives it a firm shake.
I tell you now, it is trust and honesty that will help us win this war. And remember this. We'll keep an eye out for what was his name?
Acid
Her
split.
name.
He's got Cherry. She's a long-haired little white chihuahua. I dye the tips of her fur red. She looks pink. It's cute. She's my baby princess, and I will fucking burn the world down if anything happens to her.
Very well. We'll see about Cherry coming home.
I'd appreciate that, Doctor.
You have a good night now.
You too. I'm gonna do a walk around the perimeter, and maybe I'll see you in Rapture.
He just nods his head.
And then as you go to go in, he's like, "Hey, do you actually know who Father is?" Sorry, never mind. Don't tell me. I don't know if I want to know who Father is.
He just kind of, nods his head again, and he's like, okay. If he doesn't want to know, then he doesn't want to. And I move in.
Okay. As you step inside, it's just throngs of all types of people. Ghouls, kindred, Garu. Though fewer Garu. There's not like a ton of them. There's also humans. But you instantly feel a supernatural that is none of the above. And he sits next to Kadal, and he throws his head back as this tinkling magical laughter leaves his throat, and he gently puts a hand on Kadal's shoulder. His eyes, it's hard to describe the color. They're almost purple, but they seem to opalescent change. And then you catch on his neck, going down his shirt, which is just gauzy and glittery. It looks like he has tattooed butterfly wings all the way down. And he is saying, "I wish you were single. I could show you such a good time, you grumpy Tremere." And Kadal just growls. And of course he laughs again. "Oh," and you hear him say, "Is that your grandson? Your child are coming in?"
Might I say, I'm quite impressed.
And those unnatural eyes turn to you. And you catch kind of the color of his hair. It's pretty wolf cut. The one side, the undercut is really short, and the other side it's very, very long. It's almost like a deep moss green, with like a couple streaks of lighter color in the front. And when he smiles, he does have a bit of sharp canines. And there's just something ethereal about him. Kadal turns and motions you forward with a gloved hand.
Xirus takes a little breath as here we go. This is why I don't like going to clubs, but very well. Walks up.
Okay. He dips his hand, pale, kind of shimmering skin forward, like for you, like dips the fingers down, like he's expecting you to kiss the top of his hand. Hello.
He shakes his hand.
Okay, it's like
Hello?
that awkward, like he's holding the top of your hand like a purse kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, you're our bonny savior.
And you are...
A very good time.
It's quite the interesting name.
I'll leave you to your business. Kadal, please call me anytime.
And Kadal just says something in his mother tongue. And then this man responds in it. Question is, do you speak Turkish, Xirus?
That's a good question.
You decide.
I think he would have learned, especially from his grandfather.
Okay. Kadal says, shut your mouth, fairy. And the fairy says, shut it for me, big boy. And then he saunters away. But it's strange, because as he saunters, you both see him in the corner of your eye, but when you directly look at him, he's not there. But when you turn, he's in your peripheral moving through the throng of individuals. Just this glowing, ethereal creature.
I take a seat next to Kadal. Well, I am not very surprised you have such a colorful friend.
He just sighs. Those of his realm are very decent in collecting information and very old sacred objects.
That's good to know, but he seems expensive.
Very. Though I am sure some are willing to pay.
I'm sure.
And then Kadal puts a bag of very, very ancient old gold coins in front of you.
If you need his services.
Thank you.
Xirus.
And he points at a kindred, and it's very scary looking Nosferatu, you guess. The face is like malformed, the jaw overly large, hooded, standing still among the moving bodies. And Kadal says, I have other business. You will meet Lazarus Kane alone, or do you need me?
No, I can handle Lazarus. Do what you need to do.
Kadal pushes up from the bar, uncoiling himself, but he leaves his coat, which is curious. He doesn't typically do that, but he leaves the coat with you. And then he is splitting the throng of bodies again, just as he moves through them to the Nosferatu. He towers over the Nosferatu, who's a bit hunched, and then the two of them move off around the sleek black staircase into a private room where the door is actually black and mirrored. So, who knows?
Yeah. For the most part, I'm watching as they walk away, put away the bag of gold.
As you do, you
And I'm
hear
kinda-
someone take Kadal's seat, and it's that same bronze goddess. Come on, let me get you something.
And what is it that you can get me?
I mean, aren't you hungry? You want to try a little taste? And she pulls some of her bangles down, revealing her wrist.
I usually drink out of a bag.
Oh. She's like, is that nice?
It gets the job done.
Huh. Can't say I've ever tried that.
From what I've heard, it's acquired taste. Might not be for you.
I'd be willing to try it if you were the one offering it.
Maybe. And I do glance at her. I kind of want to assess her potential skill sets. I feel like there's more to her.
Okay, roll a wits and insight.
That is a 3. 3 successes.
I mean, she stealthed all the way up to you without you even scenting her. So that's something. So she's probably able to obfuscate. Maybe even blink. Maybe a little celerity. She's also very pretty and a little charming.
Well, it seems I haven't gotten your name.
Did you look at the card?
No, I haven't.
That makes her grin. Around here, they call me Chastity. Well, she leans forward. But my name's Andy. And she winks.
Curious. Do you know who I am?
I've heard it thrown around that you're a doctor. And I really like the color of your eyes.
You know, Andy, I believe someone like you would only approach someone for reasons. And I look around, you definitely could have potentially any other.
When you look around, there is like no one dressed like you. Not really. There's no one that's like, I work blue collar. And she's like, usually drunk, half starved, clingy. No, I like your type. Decent. Standoffish. Kind of like a cat. And you swear for a second you see her eyes like flicker into slits.
Interesting. Well, I will take that as a compliment then.
You should. And as she's talking, she's just eyeing you. Biting your lip. Drinking you in. I don't know if that makes Xirus uncomfortable or not, but she's very into you. You think you could pretty much get anything you wanted. I don't know.
Yeah. You're gonna say something?
I was thinking about making you roll a composure and resolve.
Composure. Resolve.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
she's very attractive, Xirus. It's been a long time for you. It could be uncomplicated. You glance at your watch. You still have 15 minutes. I mean, but ultimately it's the player's choice.
He I think he'll lean in and he'll whisper to her just so that others don't really hear. Well, I do have your card, right?
Name a number on it.
Very well. If perhaps you have time, then perhaps we can meet. But as I said, I have business to take care of. And then we'll see about others.
Okay. She straightens. It's a deal. I'll hold you to your word, Doctor. And then she plants a kiss, like on your neck and your like earlobe and jaw. And then she saunters away.
Yeah, before she walks away, he'll just say, "Don't worry. I'll make use of you. I'll see you later."
You swear to
Thank you.
God, she whispers, I hope you punish me. Yeah. It's explicit. I, as a human, would be dying.
He's very like non-reactive. You know how he is, right? Just dead face, doesn't flinch to any of that. But he, like, as she walks away, he doesn't even like give her any more attention. He's kind of just like, his mind is still wrapped around what, for one, why the fuck do we have to meet in a club? And two, he's all like, well, preparing for what may come with Lazarus.
Okay. Sorry, I was making a note. Yeah, as she leaves, like, it's... never mind. I don't need to go into any more detail. It will literally make me just continue to blush harder. So... yeah. Okay. You wait there, and at exactly 15 minutes, the bartender slides a note to you. It's a folded black piece of paper, and when you unfold it for just a moment, the letters are written in white, and it says upstairs.
He puts a 20 in the in like a tip glass.
Okay.
And just walks up.
Okay, roll for me just a quick wits and awareness.
That's a 3.
Okay. You go up the first floor, and then you go up to the second floor. So technically you're on the third floor, sorry. So you go up 2 flights of stairs, and on the third floor there is this very large meeting room, and you see him. White hair is actually cut short. A little bit long around the ears, coming down into the face. It is regal. That you know that unless he's seen a Samitsi, his long hair will return presently. But for tonight, it is casually slicked back. I don't quite know how to describe it other than it's like business messy.
Mm-hmm.
And he's in a fine gray suit.
I walk up.
As you shut the door behind you, like once you go in, the noise from the club is completely silenced, and it's just the two of you. And he's gazing out over the city from the huge bank of windows, his back turned towards you.
With my hands in my pocket, I just walk up next to him and stare at the same window. Without a word for a bit, as I kind of take in the sight as well. You wanted to talk?
As the two of you are standing there, you see the lights blinking as a plane circles the city, coming to land in Salem. You see the cars down below. Several of the apartments, 2 blocks over, lights flicking on, flicking off as people go about their evening. And then Lazarus speaks without looking at you.
There will never be any words strong enough to express.
And then he turns to you.
My remorse at harming your childer.
As he says that, he can visibly see him kind of grind his teeth a bit.
And then he turns to the table where you didn't notice on the bag, like kind of pushed in. There's like a gym bag, and he opens it up and he pulls out his braided hair and he offers it to you. As a
I
Tremere,
glance at
this is the kind of shit you can use to control him.
it and look at him. How have you been, Lazarus?
He sets his braided hair aside, and then he retrieves a jar that he sets down with it, his blood, on the glass table. And then he returns to looking out the window, crossing his arms behind him.
I have been lost.
Yes, you have. I was wondering when you will find yourself back here again. Have you found yourself?
A part of me will never be found. My sun has set. I no longer see the light. But as a creature of darkness, this is enough.
Unfortunately.
I will make this quick so I do not waste any of your time. I have found the location of Vice. Brown. Foolish. Insufferable man.
And then he pulls out a small black notebook and sets it down with the hair and the blood.
What you need you will find in here.
And then he picks up the gym bag.
The next time we meet, Xirus, I will be your enemy through and through. My apologies for the club, but it is the only place where Elizabeth's influence cannot reach me. But the moment I walk out, she will know I met someone, and she will try to find out who. The less you tell me, the better. I give you these gifts because I owe them to you. Because I broke, and I tore, and I destroyed.
You know, Lazarus, I do wish for your son to rise again. It is very, very unfortunate
You see his
to watch you fall.
jaw tick, and he looks away from you.
You are not the man I wish to see fall. But I understand in war, we do not get to control the narrative. We just have to fight.
Roll an intelligence and an insight.
7.
He is definitely hiding so much.
Lazarus. I look at him, finally. Meet my eyes, Lazarus. While you still have control over them,
It is with great effort, and you see that there is blood welling. Unshed. Makes the gold even brighter.
if this is your last act of defiance against her, give me as much as you can.
He has to look away, and then he turns and grips his chest, and you hear him make a gasp.
Indulge, my friend. What can you tell me?
Is my Mads O'Shea is she?
It takes him a moment. And all he can say is, does she still slumber?
He just nods quietly.
He picks up a chair and throws it across the room. And it shatters a window. The window is simply a wall to another office that a couple people that were engaged now look up and swear and then leave. And Lazarus is just gripping the table, a chair.
It's not the end of her story, Lazarus. She's in my care. And you know I will do everything. Which is why I need you to do everything you can right now. While we have this chance.
He doesn't look at you, and he finally says, after very tense silence,
I do not think my mind can handle changing sides again. I have seen what it is to waste away. And now that I have seen what it is to become less than what we are as kindred, I hear the call. Every day the beckoning draws closer. One day I will answer, and I will simply disappear. But if I were you, and I wanted to strangle Elizabeth with my bare hands and watch the light fade from her eyes, I would take her favorite dog, even if he became feral. And I would use all of my disciplines to do it. I know that you do not understand oblivion, but it is at your fingertips, Xirus. Kedal may not be as masterful as Vice, but Kedal will answer if you ask. And Vice has seen the other side of the world. He has tasted the abyss, and he has lived. The other thing I would do if I were you, Xirus, I would gather every ally possible. Fae, Fiend, Garu, Fiendblood, Ravnos, Caitiff. I would gather them all. And I would turn them, one by one. I would make them answer me. And then I would destroy the rest of Elizabeth's support. There is one person you have that their sire is important to the end. Their sire is useful to Elizabeth. He is a deranged, evil kindred. His obsession with flesh rivals its Mitzi.
Is that so?
He nods.
What? And what benefit is he, then, to the end?
He is able to cleave life from the soul and make the diablerie so much easier. Easier for Elizabeth. And there is a kindred. She is looking to the uprise. You will find her name in the notebook. She is the last of her sires. And their sire has been gone a long time.
He, turns back to look out the window and just gives a big sigh.
Leaning into your nature as a kindred will help you win against a monster. Just be careful, or you'll end up like me.
I have one thing to say to you, Lazarus. I'm sorry.
I do not deserve any remorse.
Perhaps. But I'd still be wishing for a different story than the one we have given.
He looks down at the gym bag he's holding and then sets it by all the things that he brought for you.
My story. My chapters are over. There is no more light.
And he starts to step away.
I look at the things and I call out to him before he walks out. Lazarus,
He pauses.
I'll make sure to make use of this. May your legacy be better than your fall.
He grits his
Until
teeth.
next time, old friend.
He nods. You either use the feral dog, or you put it down.
And then he closes the door behind him.
At this point, moments later, Xirus just breaks one of the tables. And then he can takes a handkerchief from his coat, wipes the blood off his knuckles, and fixes his attire to be the presentable man he stands to be, and gathers the rest of his things. These gifts given. I opened the bag with the intent to put the rest of the stuff in, but look what's inside.
It's curious what's inside, because for you it doesn't really mean a lot. But one of Lazarus's ties is in there, and it looks old. It's also a little bloodstained. There is a letter addressed to Mads O'Shea. And it was underneath the tie, so perhaps both are for her. The other pieces, it looks like there is a ammunitions case, and inside there are hollowed bullets. It looks like there is another sheaf of papers in a manila folder. When you peek through that, it looks like photographs. Probably the faces that go along in the book. And when you check the back of the pages, there's numbers. The back of the photos, there's numbers. And when you glance through the little black leather book, it's all written in Lazarus's scrawl. It seems to be also written in a kind of code. Probably his way around Elizabeth's talons. But the numbers on the bottom of the pages on the photographs matches what's in the book. So it's just as you assumed. Grainy, black and white photos of the people that you're looking for. Then his hair and his blood. And it is not a small jar. There is enough blood here that he probably lost 1.5 or 2 points of hunger. Like, it's a large jar. Like, industry kitchen grade jar. And you can imagine if he bled all at once, he maybe descended into frenzy, but you could also imagine him bleeding a little every day to hide it from Elizabeth. Either way, it is an arsenal that he's given you.
Lazarus, you have suffered too much for one lifetime. He just grabs all the things and puts it in a bag neatly and zips it up. I sent a quick text to Kadal, just the letter R, as if telling him I'm ready to wait for his reply.
Okay. He gives you thumbs up, and then a little blood drop, and then a little 5. Very likely he needs 5 minutes. He's feeding.
In that case, he grabs it all and heads to the car to load up and wait for him.
And it's right here that we're going to take our first Be Right Back. And with that, Xirus, you return to the Rolls Royce, waiting for Kajal. We slide across town to a different kind of tension outside of a neon lit bar, where Jericho is gasping, sitting up, and Kyler and Viola are clinging to you. Are you okay? You can see me?
Yeah,
How many fingers am I
yeah.
holding up?
3?
It's 4. I had a thumb behind my back. You're fine.
What the that doesn't count. I'm not Malcolm.
Jericho.
I can't see that.
What happened?
Like I said, I just talked to Mads.
Like Mads, like, and Kyler glances
shit,
over
like-
at Marquis and Rook. And
yeah,
then back to you.
while I was like in that in between place where I was like dying, she was there and she said,
And we need to find a book.
yes, it's book 2 to 1 that Vice had, that her and Blythe actually remember the house fire.
Yeah, I heard that
the-
story. We need to get
Yeah.
that fucking like the fucking like you told me that book was alive like it was a fucking
Volume
monster.
2. Yeah, volume 2 apparently we need in order to get possibly save Blythe. And I guess there's a man named Magnus. Sounds like he might be a wolf. But
You
he's
mean
got
like a werewolf?
it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
I know.
You're gonna have to pay extra for that.
Right.
I'm gonna
Well,
be
it
honest with
depends
you.
on your connections, Rook.
No, look. If I gotta fight a werewolf, that's extra.
Well, I mean, hopefully we don't have to fight him. I mean,
What do you mean? We're licks.
We're gonna steal his stuff.
There's not always
I mean, we
wolves
could.
who
Whoa,
want
I
to
think
attack
maybe we.
licks. It's a little backwards thinking, isn't
while I
it,
was
Rook?
there.
Hey, look, man. I just want to fight. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Continue, Jericho. I do apologize.
Oh no, it's fine. I was just gonna say while I was there, there were some other beings there. One of which I recognized, which has caused issue in the past. But kind of was. I'm not sure what ended up with it. If he was devoured completely or just hurt, but in the process of Mads and I trying to talk, there was like this tear in reality, and there was this really handsome young man that became a terrifying beast, and he like devoured, I think it was an angel, just gone.
Hold on.
Like,
Those aren't real. We all know Christianity is roleplay. Kyler looks around.
Okay.
All right. Let's.
And where are the
let's-
things to go bump in the night?
like I said,
Okay.
I don't know. And then there was a scary little old man on a tricycle.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
An
it was,
angel and a man on a tricycle?
and then yeah, the shadowy Mr. Wednesday. Anyway,
Rook's like writing all this down. It's like cool. Ask
Let's
for
keep. Let's
hazard
focus.
pay.
Let's focus.
when you brought me back, that's when it ended. But Mads is there. She's been there, trying to find Blythe. That's where.
And so, is there
That's
any
where
way
her
we can save Mads as
consciousness
well?
is. I don't think she's ready to come back until she can find Blythe.
I'd be okay saving her. I know I miss that voice.
All right.
I mean, I would love to save her, but I don't know how.
Perhaps we can save both of them.
But
But
we gotta
anyways,
get that
let's.
book.
Yeah, exactly. Let's focus on the facts. So we need to talk to this werewolf called Magnus, and Blythe and Mads is trapped.
I mean,
in...
shouldn't we call the boss first?
Yeah, no, for sure. We should
Mark-
absolutely.
and
call
what what
doctor.
Damien, what's your name? Peter? Alan? Lucas?
Who are you talking to?
You! What?
Me.
You! Yes, you! You said you knew werewolves. That you like, I don't know, you.
You said something about connections.
Yes. Quite a few connections to the Garu of this world.
Oh, I guess we
Hey,
may
look,
have right in time then,
connections
possibly.
with werewolves can be a little dirty, a little scary.
Dirty. Oh. Whoa.
Not like you think.
Oh.
By dirty, I mean can get you killed.
You have quite the opinion
Yes.
on those who howl at the moon, Rook. Considering what you do for a living.
You're correct. I do.
I think you should be a little bit more open-minded, Rook.
I'll be as open-minded as the much money I get paid to do this.
I think he has a right to be cautious.
And I think preconceived notions of those you don't know anything about says a lot about your character.
Kyler squints at
I mean,
you.
that's also true. But right now, let's focus. We'll keep the ideologies.
He leans over to Jericho and whispers, but all the other kindred can hear, and he says, "I think he's fucking one."
I mean,
Definitely. He's definitely fucking one.
why
That's
not?
what I would say if I was fucking werewolf. I'd be like, don't judge my girlfriend. I bet you he is.
Anyways, let's leave the ideology and the theology and whatever talk. Let's focus on the facts. We know that we can save Blythe. There's a book owned by Magnus, and we have to get involved with werewolves. And I agree with Marquis. I think that we should give him a chance to talk.
I'm gonna start calling him Donald.
It's Gabriel.
He's been called Donald once before, funny enough.
I didn't really like that one.
What about Gandalf?
All
I
right,
don't think
so
Sorry, the
Gandalf-
facts.
Viola steps,
A little too
steps
on
to the
the
side and makes a call.
Are you calling the boss?
Who else would I be calling right now?
I don't know. Your boyfriend? I mean, because you're not calling me. Right, sorry, bad
here.
joke.
Why would she call you?
I don't know. I'm nervous.
Yeah, just
Here, help me up
How's
off
the
the
phone?
ground. Jeez.
Okay, how many rings until you answer?
Me?
Yes, you.
Oh, I would say that. I mean, assuming this is when he's on his way back, right?
Yes, this is after you're in the car.
Yeah, he would answer right away. He's usually on his phone, anyways.
Xirus. How'd it go?
Yes. It went as well as it could be, I guess. How are things over there?
Well, Jericho had an episode, but from that he was able to go into, I guess the best way to describe it would be purgatory. In purgatory, he talked to Mads, apparently. And there's a way to save Blythe, but it requires us to get a book from a werewolf called Magnus.
Magnus. Do we know anything about this Magnus?
Philip, Gabriel, the blonde one,
Right, Jeremiah, I believe.
knows something about it. So, we can either... I feel like this is something we should look into, but... It seems like we might need to schedule a meeting, so we should probably get that started and then take care of the other things we know we can do tonight.
Yes. We have much to discuss.
Over the line, and Viola, because you're there, you overhear Kyler helps Jericho stand, brushes him off, and is like, "You still gonna be cool to go get that kid? I mean, I think we're gonna go kidnap him and his girlfriend."
Yeah. I'm fine. I think I feel
Yeah.
fine.
You
That
good?
was.
Do you need a
Yeah.
Do you need a little pick me up? I don't mean the cocaine. I mean the other stuff.
Viola, what are they talking
no,
about?
No, I'm fine.
It should
Yeah,
be fine.
I don't feel any different. Man, that was.
I think
weird.
Jericho needs a moment to get his bearings. After all, he did have a seizure and go into purgatory the best way to describe it.
I've ever had cardiac arrest, though. First time for everything. Mark that down.
Cardiac arrest.
But
First
the sooner we
time.
meet up, the better.
I agree.
Viola.
Yes?
Viola, will you ask him to pick up cat food?
We can do that
I
ourselves.
got some.
think
I just
that's it.
accidentally left it in my car.
No, I mean the wet stuff. Can you just stop at the grocery store, please? Just the one, like, just down the street. I know where he is. He's just literally down the street.
And we can do that ourselves.
I mean, it's like 20 minutes away from here. It's literally downtown. Come on.
Tyler says to pick up wet cat food.
Yeah, tell him to stop at the Quick Mark.
The senior vitality.
Yeah. It's the high fiber.
The high quality
High fiber.
one for the old high fiber
Yeah.
old
Wet in the can.
cat
Yeah.
food
Yes, thank you.
in the can.
Yeah, thank you.
Anyways, yeah, just side note. So something for the end of the evening.
No. If he's right by it. He's literally down the street from where he's at. I can see where he's at on the GPS.
You have a GPS tracker
Of course
on
you do.
Xirus's phone.
I mean, it's
He has what?
nothing. I don't have anything. Viola. And he just gives you a look like, come on,
The Viola narrows her eyes at Kyler.
Tell him I have a talk with him
God, fuck,
later.
fuck.
I'll see
Please
you guys
have a
at
chat
the
with you.
hideout.
Okay.
I
See you
agree
later.
with.
Bro, it's not like I'm not tracking everybody.
Well, I was
equal.
thinking
Yep.
that's a good idea because, like,
And
we
we'll
get
send you a text
separated, then you know.
message that says, we need to examine Jericho. They apparently had a heart attack and went into some sort of trance.
All right, Viola, where are we meeting him? We headed back to the house? Are these two coming with us? What's the plan, boss lady?
Well, I was hoping that we could deal with the kid first, and then get to the hideout.
Xirus meeting us there?
Yep.
Cool. We letting this guy handle it? And he motions to Marquis. Well, to Philip.
Gabriel?
Or we letting this guy handle it? And he motions to Rook.
I feel like this is more of a subtle touch. I don't think it needs call for violence, although if it comes to that, I'm sure Rook can
What
handle
happens
himself.
if it gets violent? You're wanting us to kidnap an individual and supposedly his girlfriend, correct?
Kyler.
I feel like having a little chat.
Kyler looks at Viola. I mean, it's probably easiest to kidnap him and his girlfriend. But then he looks over at Jericho. Honestly, it's probably gonna suck for the people that he loves because he's kind of writing code for Elizabeth. So,
Yeah, that's why I was thinking we have a little chat before we decide on kidnapping.
I mean, can you erase his memory? Like, we go in there and you can do a little shwooka shwooka and chiki chiki mucky mucky and it's gone. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, right? He's looking at you. Wiggles his
yeah,
eyebrows.
and at this Viola goes, I can make him not talk, but I can't erase his memory. That is unfortunately beyond my capabilities.
Damn, Blythe could do that. I wonder if the doctor could do that. I don't know. Not something I can wait. Hold on a moment.
What am I holding on to? And he like reaches over to grab Viola, and I'm sure she like pulls away. What about you, Philip, Gabriel, Peter, Jeremiah, sir?
Gabriel is fine.
Yeah. That's
What
I
are you
said.
wanting to do?
Do you do the shwiki shwiki mucky mucky?
I can-
I mean,
do it.
there's.
Modify memory.
I can do
Seems
it.
you have your answer.
Oh, you can do it.
I can. I just can't do it tonight because I gotta make something, but I can do it.
So, do we get him tonight, and then you do it tomorrow night?
I mean,
That's
yeah, I
him.
mean that's probably possible.
Okay.
I just can't. I don't have what I need made right now to do it, but I can do it.
You need materials,
Yeah.
correct?
Well,
Home Depot?
I mean, I have the materials at home. I have to brew it.
Yeah. You gotta put in the effort to make the thing that you want to do.
Do you need more
Yeah.
Sudafed?
What?
You know,
Okay, we're not gonna drug the kid.
no. For the crystal shit you made, you need more of that? He like leans forward. You know. for the-
No, I got plenty of that.
Okay.
Mix size.
All
Got
right.
plenty of that.
All right. I mean, I don't like that side of town, but I'm willing to wine and dine it.
No, we're good.
All right.
My only concern is if we take him tonight, he'll be noticed. Better to do it all in one go.
Right, we can
What?
take him. We can take him. I just can't do anything about his memory until tomorrow.
So.
But
so
see, here's
wait-
the thing. If we go to take him and we do it all in one go, he might not be in the same place the following night when we go to take him. See what I'm saying?
Right.
Right. So we take him. We keep him overnight,
Hmm.
and then tomorrow we modify his memory a little
Look,
bit.
I'm just here to work. You guys tell me what you need me to do. And of course, Kyler looks at Viola. Ma'am?
Rook has a point. If we wait too long, do you think we could track him and find out where he is tonight?
Oh yeah, I got his
Probably.
browsing history. It's pretty. Yeah.
Is he leaving it
All
pretty
right.
open?
I mean, a
Then
little
we-
bit. He likes some weird shit.
All right, then let's create a story. Take him tonight. I'll say he's
You got
wanted
it.
to get a little adventurous.
I'll stay in the van, and I'll type up a story. You guys nab him, and his girlfriend if she's there.
Yeah, better that
Do we
they.
know what she looks like?
I'm sure we can easily find out.
All right.
All right, let's go.
Fat Daddy's Pizza and computer repair. Here we come. Shotgun, and he runs the car.
Driving.
Viola just walks to the car and sits wherever there's a space.
Either rolls the window down. Gabriel, Rook, you coming?
There's room.
I have a car. My ghoul's waiting right there.
Ah, all right.
Okay, bye.
I don't drive.
Gabriel will look at Rook and say, "Do you have room for one more?"
If you'd like.
I'm sure we have plenty to catch up on.
I'm not playing any game of chess. I always lose. Okay? You know that.
Me too, says Kyler. And then he rolls the window up. Then he rolls it back down.
Kyla,
Yeah.
Rook will
Focus.
just text Bishop to pull around, you know?
Okay. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. You see the little tag on the text message that's seen, and then the headlights cut through the dark. So we'll see you guys at the place.
He just kind of gives him like a weird thumbs up as he keeps playing with the window, and then just slides into the four-door sedan.
Kyla, could you pull up and see what the girl looks like?
I mean, I can try. It's really hard to get a picture of her. Pretty sure she's Lysambra.
Oh, they're. Sorry.
What?
From what little I've learned, those poor saps can't even dress themselves in a mirror, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Too bad they don't have a mirrorless camera.
I'm gonna hit the radio. Well, I guess since it's just the three of us on our way, what do you guys want to talk about?
I mean,
Did Mad say anything else?
Why are we bringing back the sad topic?
I don't know, because it's fresh.
It's important.
Kyler changes the music. Well, alright.
I mean, she just kept saying I'm sorry, and I told her it's not her fault. You know, she wanted me to deliver a message to both Laz and Vice, but I don't have access to Laz and don't even know where Vice is right now.
You didn't tell her?
I didn't have the heart to tell her.
Shit.
There's a lot going on.
I would have told her. It's probably a good thing I didn't die then, I guess.
I just didn't have it in me, you know?
Yeah, I know.
I mean, I would love to be able to deliver her messages. I just...
Maybe we can get in touch with Xirus and he can pass along the message.
I mean, I guess you could text him. Maybe he hasn't met Lazarus yet.
Right. Well, yeah, maybe.
I mean, what's the worst that could happen?
Viola looks at her phone.
I'll
Zara
shoot him a
says,
text really quick before I
No.
take off.
I think he finished his meeting already. Probably
Oh.
gone.
Did he say that?
Sounded like it.
See, can't assume. Go ahead, send him
I
a
did
message.
ask, how did it go?
Well, I'll send it anyway, just in case. You never know. Maybe.
Well, let's hope that that wasn't the one thing that made Lazarus turncoat.
And Viola shoots him a look.
What? I'm sorry. I'll turn the sad music up louder.
Listen. I think you know more than just as much as the both of us what it means to lose your other half or someone you care about.
Hey, let's just not talk about it, okay? It's just better. It's easier. We don't have to.
We need to keep our head in the game right now. We're gonna go do this thing. As much as I'm all about heart-to-heart powwows, I don't think right now is the time. You know? We gotta stay focused so we can get this done.
Yeah, you're right.
But you know, when I just when I died there for a second, again, I don't know, it's complicated. Anyway, I felt her, Blythe. I felt her there. That gives
Well,
me a lot of hope, because I haven't felt her since that night.
If there's a way we can get her back, we will get her back. We will not make mad sacrifice in vain. Although I would like to get her back too.
It's either both. It's all or nothing. Both Malkavians or nothing. I don't
I
think
sure hope
either of
so.
them. Neither of them would want to be back without the other.
Come on, you don't want to say that. If you can save one, it's worth trying. Even if you can't get them both.
I know.
I just worry about Mads. Because she is...
We all are. She's
the
fucking
type of
crazy.
per-
She's cracked. You kidding?
She's always the one that's like,
How do you think she's gonna be
I
when she
want to
gets
say
back?
everybody.
Yeah. How do you think she's gonna be when she gets back? We don't even know if she's gonna get back and be herself. Do you know I wrote
No
an
one-
algorithm based off of her personality, and do you want to know what it did to itself? You don't. You don't want to know.
I don't have to know, I saw it myself.
Fuck me. I'm really bad at this whole... I'm all agitated now. Jeez. Jericho, man, I'm sorry about your sister. Both of them. It sucks, dude.
No, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have brought it back up. I did say we needed to focus.
No, it's
Sorry.
okay. It's healthy to talk about these
Is it?
things.
Because I feel rubbed raw in a bad way.
But it's how he helps us process emotions and experiences, and
What the fuck is emotions when you're a goddamn kindred?
it's the only thing that keeps you human.
He looks out the window. Yeah, well, some of us can't even fucking pass as that.
I wouldn't be too hard on yourself, Kyla.
And then
You look as dashing
to kind of
as-
emphasize it, he like pulls out one of the loose staples on his face and just throws it out the window.
just reaches to his cheek and just touches it lightly. Being human is, I guess you could say I learned a little bit from Mads, but it's more than what you look like. It's what you say.
Yeah.
It's what you do. And trust me, you're still very, very much human. And that is something we need right now, or else we'll all become like Elizabeth. Ugh. How dreadful would that be?
He just gently pulls your hand away. Shakes his head.
Yeah.
And he stares out
Mads
the window.
Even though it seems kind of bleak, I believe there's a light somewhere. We just need to find it. It's just lost. It's not gone. It's gonna be okay, you two. No matter what happens. Or it's better to go out being yourself and fighting for what you believe in and what you want in life than being a coward and living the rest of the ways your life like that.
Guess it's just a little bit hard sometimes because this wasn't even supposed to be my life. It was hers.
It can still be. You both of yours.
Right. Should we, he changed the channel. Kyler, we need to
Put some of that,
less sad before we,
Yeah, he
Yeah.
punches it and gets... He still arms folded, looking out the window. Doesn't say anything.
change it to that pop radio one that you like. Something in the 90s or early 2000s, you know, the ones that you sing.
He hits it again and changes it. Arms folded, still brooding, looking out the window.
Is it a song that that Kyler would normally sing? Or like even Jericho?
It's some 90s anime.
nice.
And so like you hear Viola like trying to do the words, but it's like and then just says like every like maybe only the chorus, like says it under her breath terribly.
You don't speak Japanese, do you?
Oh god no.
I can tell.
I don't even listen, I don't even know what they're saying, honestly. I just remember that you two, like, you know, this, you know, the characters and the, you know, the you know, the, I don't know, the konnichiwa, you know, all that jazz. You know, the Pikachu thing. You know, it's a rat monster.
Wow, you sound so boomer right now.
Listen,
there. I think we're coming up on our location. Do you guys want me to park like a block away or something? Or do we want to park right outside so that we can like throw them in the car if we need to? What's our plan? We don't even know what we're doing. We spent
We're
the
gonna
whole
have a
drive being sad.
okay, we're gonna have a conversation, and we're going to lightly persuade them to follow us and have a good time.
I assume that you're gonna lead that conversation because I don't really know what you're insinuating at.
Oh, me or Gabriel? I'm sure Gabriel seems like the flirty type.
I don't know, maybe. Okay, well, I guess I'll pull up outside then.
Yeah, we can handle it, and if things get a little messy, then we'll call for backup, will you guys? But hopefully the idea is that we don't get messy and that they come willingly and happily while Kyla constructs this story.
I thought Xirus didn't want him to do a lot of the talking.
I'm saying that we need to explain why they're gone for an evening, and since he seems quite
you mean
eccentric.
He's working on that story. Okay, right, got you. Yeah. So we're the backup, though.
I mean, if you want to come in and pretend you're mingling again with the crowd or have a broken phone or something, more than welcome to.
I mean, it was in there pretty recently for pizza, but...
There you go. Maybe they had to order another slice. So
maybe we'll stand outside and be backup, so that way this little computer nerd guy isn't like real intimidated by the amount of people suddenly coming in.
Sure, that shouldn't be a problem.
All right.
What can you tell me? What does he like? What does he not like, Kyla? What is he into?
The kid?
Yeah.
I mean, he watches a lot of hentai.
What's that?
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna have that conversation. Let's just put it this way, he's really fucking nerdy.
Alright, so... what is something that's very popular?
Two Piece. That's one of his favorite animes.
Two-piece, so is it like a ninja thing?
Here,
or...
let me give you the rundown. I'm caught up on all 1,020 episodes.
There's 1,020 episodes?
It's worth it!
Good lord!
It's worth it! And then he describes about the pirates in their airship flying through space. And the angel fruits.
And the angel.
And his favorite character, Deuce. Yep.
Oh man. All right, so Deuce, and they fly through the. Okay, great. All right. I know how to play this.
Tyler just gives Jericho a little side eye. She's gonna fail.
What about the girl? What is she like? What is she into?
All I have on her is she's probably La Sombra, and I think their relationship's genuine.
Oh, I mean, yeah, then definitely getting both of them would be important.
I mean, you could definitely threaten one of them, the other one will fall to their knees.
Do we know if she is there? Like, is it a guarantee or is that just an if?
I don't.
No.
It's an if. It's a maybe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, you want to turn left up here and then a right at the light, and we're gonna meanwhile right there to the other car. Okay, other car.
Yes.
To describe Bishop to Marquis, he is an imposing figure. When he gets out of the car, he has to uncoil and unfold himself. He opens the door for both of you, and instead of a greeting, he simply gives you a curt nod
before he closes the door gently, then returns to the driver's seat and pulls away from the curb. He is quite handsome, but in a on edge kind of way, a rebellious way. The thick, square jaw is dusted with some fine, dark hair, but the eyes are an incredibly light color. They're not quite blue, neither are they quite green. They're somewhere in between on the gray scale and seem to glow. His nose has definitely been broken once or twice, and a large, in length, it's a very thin scar, but it's large in length, comes from the top of his forehead down his cheek and disappears below his button-up collar. No introductions, doesn't say his name, doesn't say welcome in, but he looks like he can hold his own in a fight. And it's just
Rook.
you and Rook.
Rook looks over to Bishop and is like, we're going to this Fat Daddy's pizza repair place. So, you know how to get there.
Understood.
Marquis pulls out a cigarette. Mind if I smoke?
Rook already has one in his mouth, and I'm like, I don't see why not.
Marquis puts a cigarette in his mouth and he expertly, very casually flicks his lighter to light Rook's cigarette.
You know I hate when you do that?
What, you hate that I'm charming?
Alright, look. You're the charming one out of the two of us, right? I'm the rash loudmouth, if you would. What
Clearly.
brings you out of the shadows for once in your life?
It seems that chaos was calling my name. Things are happening, and I'm not the biggest fan, let's just say. I'm here to shake things up. Have a little bit of fun. I've been quiet for too long.
Like, Rook kind of clears his throat for a second. He turns, puts his arm over the, like he's like, sorry for the, how do I say, the Garu slander, if you would.
Yeah, what
Just,
was
you
that
know, I'm
about?
not-
Are you trying to piss me off?
Unintentional, I'm not the biggest fan. As he points down to like the under his cheek or under his left eye, he's got like a perpendicular like cross scar. I'm not a fan sometimes.
And I'm not a fan of all kindred, but yet here we are. We can't always judge everyone based on the actions of a few, can we?
I know, and that was unfortunately my misstep. I'm a little angry, if you would,
Clearly.
lately.
I forgive you. For now.
I'll take what I can get, I guess,
It's fine. Just know that if you say something against the Garu again, I will have my dear husband come pay you a visit.
You don't have to do that.
At that, there's a little beep boop as Marquis' phone goes off.
Oh, my apologies. Let me just check that. Technology.
Last time you pulled my arm out of socket when you said, hey, let's arm wrestle. I didn't like that.
Then watch your words. And Marquis turns to his phone.
Okay. It says husband tax, and it's a picture.
Is it a nudie picture?
It is indeed. And he's not looking at the camera. And then on the bottom it says, are you satisfied? When are you coming home?
Marquis smirks, typing with one hand, takes a drag from his cigarette with the other, blows it out the window, and he types, I'd prefer if you were looking directly at me. Take another. And Marquis sends him a picture back, and it's just him, but he's like pulling down the collar of his shirt. And sends it.
Bishop is discreet, however, the eyebrow lift, you catch it.
Marquis notices and he says, "What, do you want to see more?" And he unbuttons another button.
Bishop just looks at the road.
It'll take a lot more than that to phase him, unfortunately. He puts up
I'm
with
sure.
me.
I'm sure there's a few things I could do or say that would make even the dirtiest... that's a rude word. I shouldn't be saying that. Let's just say even those who have done everything there is to do would blush at the things that I could say.
There is another ba-doot.
Pardon me a minute. And I look at the phone again.
It's your wife, and she's looking full on from the tub. Looks like she's like, what? In the picture. Wife tax. Period. When are you coming home?
Marquis responds and he says, "Taxes have been paid. Much appreciated. Seems that I will be out for a little longer than expected. I have ran into a few individuals. Some, I think, could be beneficial." And then he sends a winky emoji, and he takes another picture. This time, it's just him, just his face, and he's just looking dashingly handsome.
Okay. When you send it and you see a little heart appear, like the photo's been liked.
And he says, "Love you both. Kisses."
The next message you get is small grocery list. If you have the time, and it's from wife. Whatever her name is, wifey, love, whatever, in your phone. Small grocery list.
He puts a thumbs up. "Anything for you, darling."
Yep. And then from your husband, you get puppy tax and cat tax. So you get a couple more photos from home.
And he says, "I thought you were my puppy." Wink, wink.
All you get back is like a like squint face, like oh god, and then an eggplant, and then that's it.
He just sends the little water droplets one, you know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
yeah.
And he says, "Later, darling, later."
You just get hearts back, and that's that.
My apologies, Rook. I had some business to take care of.
Family, I assume.
Always. Always. Number one.
I know. Why do you think I'm here?
Why do you think I'm here?
I understand. Mutual understanding.
You know that the bitch that calls herself Queen threatened my family?
I understand.
The audacity. So you wonder why I'm out of the shadows? Because nobody fucks with my family. I mean,
Same.
I may... well, regardless. Nobody fucks with my family. Not my husband, not my wife, not my clan. They come after me, and they won't have unlives to live anymore.
He turns and looks Gabriel in the face. I understand completely. She killed my wife. She has my daughter.
I forgot you were a father.
Most people don't think I can be.
Nobody thought I could be a father either.
A lot. I'm not going to say anything.
This is like some news to you because you're like, wait, what? You know he's married.
Yeah, I'm just like, huh, kid, cool.
He
But
kind of winks at you and he's like, well, let's hope we can get your daughter back. And let's hope I can stay alive to meet mine.
well, I'll make sure.
So what do you think of these? Marquis trying to, like, kind of bites his tongue. Of these,
Individuals that we are associating with.
I guess that's a kinder word than what I was gonna say, so yes.
I don't know what to make. I don't know the capabilities other than what I have on paper. And unfortunately right now, until I see it for myself, as you know, actions speak louder than words.
So what do you think of the doctor staking his claim?
He's a man I wouldn't want to mess with, personally. And he's making the power move against her. A king needs a rook.
Agreed.
Whether I live to, how should I say, protect that king in his road to power, well, we'll see.
Well, the pieces seem to be coming together. We have our rook. We have our knight. I wonder where each of the other members fit on that board.
Are you calling yourself the knight?
I would never dream of such a thing. And he winks back at you again.
He's just like squinting at you. I'm like, this is why. Ooh, words.
Oh, come on, you love me.
Nah, that's neither here nor there.
Oh, have a heart. Oh,
I
I'm
do.
sorry, wait. Ours don't beat anymore.
Yeah, like in his response to like you saying that, he pulls up a picture of his daughter and is like, and just hands you the phone, right? That's where all my heart and emotions are. And until then, I unfortunately don't have any.
Do you want to tell me about her?
I had to keep distance for a while. She's grown up knowing of what I am to a certain degree. But it's hard. You know? It really is. I mean, something taken from you and then you're unfortunately powerless at the current moment to do much of anything. Makes it very hard.
What's her name?
Oz. Victoria. And my late wife's name was Zyra. So,
Beautiful names. How
Yeah.
old is Victoria now?
4? 5?
Such a precious age. And tell me again, Rook, how long have you been around?
I quit keeping track, if I'm honest. I don't know anymore. It's
Marquis
not even a
pulls down his
forefront
glasses.
in my mind, if you would.
Kind of pulls down his glasses on his, like, just tilts them down so you can see his eyes, and he's looking at you directly. We'll get her
Okay.
back. And there's like the look of seriousness in his eyes. We'll get her back. And we'll take down the bitch while we do it. And then we'll shake up the whole damn chessboard and flip everything on its head.
This is why I like you sometimes. You know the right words to say. 'Cause I'm not the talker here.
No,
I just like
but
being
you are
loud
the
and
fists.
punching through things, you know?
And I appreciate that. I'm not really one for the forefront of violence. I much prefer to sit and watch and wait for the right and opportune moment. There will be one.
We'll have to see. I may be rash with some of my planning lately. I mean, the bar was a little rash. I was just getting information, unfortunately, and listening. And just enjoying a quiet night. And some idiot spilled a drink on me, and I kind of got mad.
Purposefully?
He was drunk. He said something to me, I ignored him. You know, I'm not one for the quiet reconnaissance.
Yes, but it seems that you may need to learn a little bit more patience.
All I know is going straight forward. And I never stop. So. No way, there wasn't like a random building to be part of. It was part of hers. Like a safe house, if you would look at it. Unmarked. She'll be mad. It is what it is.
Where are you living now?
In the back of this car. I'm just kidding.
Oh, gods.
We have a cheap... We swap hotels every other week, probably.
Oh. Same. Perhaps we stayed at the same hotels.
Maybe.
You know the Four Clover Hotel, 5-star, beautiful restaurant, amazing French cuisine. Literally to die for.
No, we stay at like a cheap hotel.
Oh no, Rook, next time you must come stay.
You get another bitty boop.
I look at the phone again. My apologies, Rook. Business as usual.
Your wife says, kidding, craving pizza and pickles. Please bring home. Emergency.
Would you like, and he texts, would you like the pickles on the pizza or separately?
Yes, and the peanut butter! And then she just sends it all in caps with a bunch of hearts and like angry faces.
As you wish. And sends a heart. Says, funny enough, I actually am on my way to the pizza joint. Sends another heart.
All she texts back, and you can imagine she's like in her little slippers. Her belly probably on display because it hurts lately. Everything knitted and comfortable and over large in your big ass bed. Probably reading her Court of Skies and Daisies. Because she's been freaking about you role-playing with her, one of the fairy kings. You know.
He would obviously oblige.
Naturally. But yeah, it's an emergency. Peanut butter, pickles, pizza. Right now. Desperate. She says she's desperate.
Delivery or hand delivered?
All she says is your choice.
Well, how much of an emergency? Are we speaking as of right now, or can you wait until I return?
You can see it typing, and then she deletes, and then she types, and then she deletes, and then finally she says, I can wait.
And he says, that's a lie. I'll do what I can.
And then
And
obviously...
I promise you...
Sorry, go ahead.
I said, and I promise you to reenact chapter 34. Just .4.u. Wink.
Oh, yeah. That sends blushy face back. And is like, I'm not too fat right now.
You are the most stunning, beautiful creature I have ever laid eyes on.
And then she just sends crying emojis back, and you're like, ugh. Wow. All right. A few seconds later, you get husband text is like, "Why is she crying?"
I just told her she was beautiful. What the hell have you been doing?
I'm trying to watch the game.
You better go comfort her right now.
Ugh. You just
Before I delve out punishment, chapter 54.
you get a voice message back.
Sorry, Rook. 1 second. I listen.
Okay, as you pull it up to your ear, Bishop is pulling beyond the Fat Daddy's Pizza into this empty-ish parking garage. He's sort of aiding in the being unseen, but the message is your husband's gruff voice that says, "Don't you quote the dark magic at me. I was there, all right? And if anyone's gonna be on his knees, it's you. I'm still sore." And then you hear your wife crying in the background, and he's like, honey, I'm right. She's like, "I need my baby!" Ah! Which would be you. Yeah. Anyways, then he said,
Marquis will just send a quick message back. Love you both. Kisses. Mwah. See you soon. Pizza and pickles.
yeah. That's it. And you know that your husband gets distracted tending to your wife.
Beautiful. Send pictures. That's what he texts later.
Yeah, literally, it's literally Vincent holding one of those ripped up paperbacks, and she's drilling on herself, but on the TV is totally the Twilight Saga.
Yes. Beautiful.
And he looks very annoyed and bored, but also like he wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
I would text him directly and be like, I love you so much. And then say, I'm off to work.
I won't. You just get a voice message that says gruffly, "I love you too. Won't bother you again. I'm taking your phone."
I don't respond, but just give a little double click with the heart.
We got it. Bishop gets out, opens your guys' door, and not far from you is the rest of the coterie.
I'm going to send you a quick message in Marquis' chat.
Okay, I'm wandering back to the computer.
No.
Let me see here. Oh shit, right now. Oh my god. I need to look at your character sheet. Hold on.
I just sent it to you.
And this is to mortals? Or to everybody?
It says it's everyone because the only thing it's everyone, including mortals and kindred alike, because the only thing that could break through it is sentiency.
Damn! So you don't even look like yourself anymore.
No.
Alright.
I mean, he still looks like himself, but other people don't see him as himself.
Nondescript stranger. Got it.
Yep.
Got it.
He just looks like we'll just say he looks like he's got really big round glasses. It's a kindred he might have seen. Really round glasses and kind of nerdy looking.
Oh no.
Oh god.
My name's Ji-hoon. Just kidding.
No, he just looks like he'd fit in at the kind of joint. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Alright, you look techy. Got it. Got it. Alright, Viola, Jericho, Kyler's staying in the car. The two of you step out. You see Rook, some big guy standing next to Rook, and Gabriel.
Viola saunters up to the other group and just says, "All right, so what we've come up with is we're trying to, well, basically persuade nicely the man or boy, and hopefully his girlfriend follows along. And your name right now, what should I call you in the pizza joint?" And looks at Gabriel.
I don't look like Gabriel. I just look like a nerdy guy. You don't even know that it's me. Like, I look
Okay,
very,
like
basically,
nondescript stranger.
yeah, a
Okay,
super
okay,
weird
so-
stranger, and you're like, who the fuck are you? Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Where did... Oh. Jericho just looks confused.
It looks like you kind of get used to it. You know?
So Gabriel just is already in here, or looks at
Wait.
the big guy.
Big guy doesn't
That's
say anything.
Bishop. That's my ghoul, okay? He's here for plan whatever we fuck it up.
All right.
Right,
well,
I'm gonna be back out here for backup as well. He looks slightly intimidated by the much larger dude, though. He's like,
He doesn't buy it. He's here to help. Promise.
cool.
All right, sounds good.
He just cuts a look to Bishop. They're part of the team. Don't kill them.
He nods.
Cool? Cool.
He doesn't
Now I'm
say
gonna go
talk
pretend to
about.
order a pizza.
All right, let's let's go inside and let's see how it goes.
You all go in
Yeah, and
together
so-
as like a group, or you filter in piece by piece? And the other question, Xirus, when Kyler sends you where they are, do you join? Once Kadal gets back to your car.
To be honest, I think Xirus is just going through the emotions right now, so he probably would not join.
Okay. You head back to your safe base.
Mhm.
Okay.
Marquis, as nerdy guy, has already walked into the door. He's just
Okay,
kind of
good.
hanging out to gather some information and listen carefully.
Okay,
And
roll a,
ask a few
wits,
questions.
roll a wits and awareness as nerdy guy.
Can I tell you a secret? I forgot my dice 1 sec.
Lol. And then what are the other three doing?
I say after you to the Rook. And
Well,
Gesture
I'm gonna
going
go try to
first.
order a pizza. A few of them. And to start there. And then we spot them, right? One of you does the talking. And if it goes sour, I'll step in and we take him out the back door. Cool.
all right, sounds good to me. Nods.
What was I
yeah.
rolling?
Wits and awareness, and go ahead and put it in the dice box. But then, or you can put it in the roll 20. Either way. So is Rook and Jericho on standby, and then Viola's gonna go inside.
I'm going in. Bishop's on standby with Jericho.
Okay.
Yeah, Bishop and Jericho are outside.
Okay.
But Rook and Viola are going in.
Sorry, I was reading whisper while I was also trying to listen.
Oh,
No,
no
you're
worries.
good. All
You
good.
Okay, so you guys, you two, Viola and Rook, are going in as a group. Am I understanding that right?
I'll go in after Rook.
Okay, Rook goes in first, then you go in.
Yep.
So you're all your own solo thing. So I'll give each of you a turn.
Can I use
You're-
inspiration?
You sure
willpower?
can. You sure can use your willpower.
Thanks. Thank you. Oh, that's good. Thank you. Needed that. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 successes. Mademoiselle.
Okay, what are you listening? Anything in specific? What are you listening for exactly?
Shushed conversations, things that are not being spoken aloud.
And you go in like on the pizza side or the tech side?
he's walking through and listening. So as he's walking through the pizza side first and then heads to the tech side.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So he's doing like his usual
Just
walk
listening.
through until he finds something of value to sit and listen to. And at that point, then he goes for his next discipline. The to hide in plain sight.
Okay. And you got 8.
Yes.
Okay. So immediately as you step in, you're assaulted by the smell of grease, the sound of the fryer hissing, as there is also chicken tenders and fries being served with the pizzas. The pizza slices themselves, you notice that they are huge. There's several people. There's 2 different couples on each corner of the restaurant having a date. You actually hear one boy's heartbeat kick up, and you hear the girl reach across the table with her feet to like rub his calf, and that kind of makes you chuckle a little bit. And then on the other side, it doesn't sound like things are going really well for that couple, and they probably won't end up together like the other one. You take a few steps, there's a family of 4, 2 little kids that kind of make your heart squeeze a little bit because you're supposed to be having twin girls, and it's exciting and terrifying. And both of these little kids are calling for mommy and daddy, and they really, really want pepperoni pizza, but the sister wants pineapple, and the little brother, he doesn't want the pineapple because he doesn't like that yellow stuff. So, you hear this cacophony of humanity on this side. And in the back, it's the same. The workers, even the ones in the far, far back that are discussing some scandalous text messages from some girl named Becky and how much of a bitch she is, it's very normal. Save for one gentleman. He has a Diet Coke in front of him, no pizza. And he is sitting on a very, very old BlackBerry, clicking away. And then he sets the device down on the table. You see him reach down to pick something up off the floor, and then he slides it into the side of the BlackBerry. And then where it goes after he slides this, it almost looks like a small medallion into the side of the BlackBerry, you lose sight of it. And then you feel his eyes on you, and to act casual, I need you to roll a resolve and composure.
Okie dokie.
Now, note that this guy is right on the precipice from the pizza to the tech area.
Five successes.
Okay, you managed to just act natural. There's a quick glance and glance away as if you're nothing but a human. But in that one glance, you know that this human is more. There is a predatory presence as he makes eye contact with you and watches you as you walk past him into the repair side of the shop. Before I describe the next side of the shop, anything you'd like to do?
Yeah, let's do... In this case, could I do unseen passage to continue walking back?
So you want to cut through the entrance in a little narrow way that goes into the then brightly lit tech area. You want to unseen passage and then walk backwards?
Yes.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll any necessary rouse checks. You can absolutely try that.
And quick question, Rook, would we have exchanged numbers or have each other's number?
Probably.
Okay. Before I do that, as I walk to the back, storyteller, I would like to text Kyler and say, "Oh, sweet darling Kyler."
Oh no. Okay.
And then sends a picture of a Coke can and says, "One man," and then he puts a black circle and a berry emoji,
Okay.
and that's it. And then he says the same to Rook.
Cool.
What is considered a success in a rouse check? Just double checking.
If you get an onk. If you
Oh, good. Oh, good. Just double checking.
So
I was
you
like,
don't. You are not hungrier, and
Yes.
you obfuscate.
Okay.
So for the discipline, go ahead and roll your stealth or dexterity, your stealth, dexterity, and the discipline. And since you've roused the blood, you can technically use your blood potency if you would like.
So it says that I don't have to roll anything for it. So
Correct.
just the rouse check.
Correct.
And then you. Okay, so just. Okay, so, yep. So obfuscate and stealth, and what else did you say?
Dexterity, and then you can add
Dexterity,
your blood potency since you just roused. But you are invisible. This is for moving.
Got you.
This is for dodging and weaving.
Got
You'll
you.
see.
And what is my roused blood? Where is that one?
It's
Is
on the
it
back,
on the back?
back sheet. Blood potency.
And so if I like rouse my blood, that's an extra dot?
yes.
Or is it just as it is?
However many dots you have is how many extra it is.
I guess me that. Watch me that. 1 sec. That's just a lot of dice.
Yes.
That's a lot of dice.
Yes.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes.
Six successes?
Yes.
Okay. How far back are you going to go?
Just far enough where he can sit with a good view, or at least stand with a good view.
Okay. As you step back, there's a little bit of ruckus at the kids' table, and the little boy ends up falling out of the chair, but his father catches him, and water gets everywhere, which causes several of the workers to bust out of the back with rags, spray, etc. The kid's crying, but he's fine. Mom's looking at dad like he's a superhero, you know. You can pretty much smell the pheromones, which just does make you kind of like, cute. You know, those humans are going to make more. Nice. Cute. But you're watching this guy that had the blackberry, and he's also watching the scene with some curious interest, Marquis. It isn't quite psychopathic killer like it was before. It's softer. Almost yearning. And then he pulls out of his pocket a very, very old Game Boy. And he flips on an even older RPG. And he starts playing. But you can tell that he's tracking everything that happens in the restaurant. From the workers that you well, not barely, Todd, you easily like dance out of their way. And give yourself room to stand in a particular, probably the best vantage point from the bathroom. It gets right behind you. You do dodge someone who steps in, but you can see and hear everything on the pizza side clearly. But so does this gentleman. But other than pulling out the Game Boy to play, he doesn't do a whole lot. And you surmise that he's probably watching. A few moments later, there's a ding ding, and Rook comes in through the front of the pizza side, I'm assuming, right?
Yes.
Okay. So Rook, you come in just as the spill happens.
He'll like carefully like walk around the spill, seeing like, you know, the dad doing his thing, saving the kid, and just like make his way to like the counter to like order pizza.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, she's cute, young girl, probably 17, 16 years old. Sounds a little bored. She's got like her little visor on, you know, some acne, but it doesn't deter from her just cuteness. Welcome to Fat Daddy's Pizza and Computer Repair. What can I get for you?
I'm here to get order a to-go order.
Okay.
It looks at like the pizzas like, so I need like 3 of those pizzas. And he's like pointing to like 3 different ones, like pepperoni and so on, whatever. And then 2 orders of like the chicken they serve.
Okay. She punches it all in. And you want a full pizza, right?
Yes.
Okay, it's like $27.85.
He just pulls out like $30 or like 35. He's like, here.
She like looks at the 35, then looks at you, hands you the 5 back, and then gives you your other change.
Nah, he just leaves it on the counter. Chin up. And he just sits it. Like, so is there like a table where the one guy is that's always on his Game Boy, right?
So that guy in the corner, you'd have to roll wits and awareness to really drink in that he's just
That he's there. Okay.
Not only that he's
That is
there,
fine.
but that he's like out of place.
Got it.
Because when you
Can do.
initially walk in, it's like, oh, that guy's just a nerd.
Oh, I did this backwards. Whoops. That. Maybe it'll work. I got 4 successes.
Okay. Looking at the guy you put together, you see him drinking a Diet Coke, and that's all that he has on his table.
Mm-hmm.
And both you and Marquis would notice the Blackberry has made another appearance. And he tacks on it, and then it's just gone. Like you don't even see him move to put it away; it's just gone.
Cool.
He goes back to playing the Game Boy. And you think that's the mess?
Did we see what he texted?
To look, you would need to roll wits and awareness, Marquis.
Wow. Okay, I do that.
So there's like since I generally see where he is, is there like an open table
Yeah, and
for me to like wait and sit?
in front of him, there is an open table. It would be weird for you. I mean, you could sit with your back facing the entrance and then stare at him if you want.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. Just waiting for your to-go order.
Yeah, just sitting there, thumbing on his phone, looking in that general direction of him.
Okay. Marquis, what'd you get?
6.
Wow, that was the DC you needed.
Thank
So
Jesus.
the message before, it's a series of numbers, like a long series of numbers, and then he texts back, understood. And then
Can-
what's weird is after that he sends like a little greater than less than sign with a 3, so it's like a heart. And you're like, what the fuck? So at first you're like, secret coordinates, and then you're like, wait, what?
He would mark down the number anyways, just like keep it in his head.
Okay.
He knows a little. He got big brains. What do I need to memorize the number?
Intelligence and wits.
Okay. Four successes.
Okay, you've got it. And then at that point, Viola walks in. And I'm assuming you're also coming in the pizza side?
No, actually, I was gonna. That's why I was like, "Oh, is no one going to the tech side?"
go on
I'm
the other
doing
side?
it through. Yeah, on the other side. I'm a little surprised. Not more people would be on the tech side. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
You step in on the tech side, and the first thing you hear is you fucking piece of shit! Give me that back! And some scrawny kid is being grabbed by a larger kid. Both of them are wearing aprons like they might work here. And the scrawny kid you see is actually not that scrawny upon like moving in. He's just slender and crouched down, palms up. The bigger kid drops him. And the larger one stalks off, and the more slender, tall one straightens up. And how can I help you?
What do I
And
see around the shop for the
it feels like you're walking into a cell phone service. Like, there's some of the latest and greatest iPads, laptops, phones. None of them really big brands, though. It's not like... It's all
Okay.
off-brand kind of things. There's a lot
Nice.
of glass cases that have new computer parts. But this side feels a little shabbier. Like, it doesn't feel like a new, clean building. It feels old, well used. It is clean, but it's aged, right? And when things are aged, a little scuffed. Yeah,
Viola nods in approval.
It's-
She likes it.
it's a little colder in here than average, actually.
Ah,
And the
okay.
boy who's greeted you is really actually handsome. It's in an androgynous way, like pretty. He would be a really good Toreador.
And Viola's, oh, excuse me. I was wondering if, well, my friend told me to come here to build a PC, and I have no idea how to do that whatsoever.
Oh, sure. I can help you with that. Do
Thank you. I
you
appreciate
have
it.
any idea what you're wanting your new PC to do?
Well, I'm a bit of a photographer, and I would want it to take, to help with photo editing, but also, and she pretends to be shy. I kind of want to try some new MMO that came out.
Do you know which game? He's like moving towards the laptop, then pauses to look at you.
Well, they told me it was this fantasy game, and I really like the characters. They're really cute, and one's a bunny girl, and then there's cats and like cat people, and I thought it was really cute.
Sure.
Um,
And you're wanting
it's just
a computer, and he motions to the towers, or a laptop.
what do you think would be better?
Depends on your needs. If you're on the go a lot, maybe I'd recommend a laptop. But if you have a stationary area where you edit all of your photos and upload them, and you plan to game from home, I would recommend a tower. But overall, it's your choice. And then you hear in the back someone sneeze. Achoo! And when you look over, they're the biggest young man you've ever seen. And I don't mean fat. I mean
It's tall.
tall, jacked. You question maybe if that human does steroids level of jacked. But he's in the back working on this motherboard. And the blonde says, "Bless you," one you're talking to. And that kid in the back says, "Thanks," and then keeps working.
Question: do I know the name of the guy we're after?
Koi? Yeah, you know his name's Koi. Like
Okay,
like
so
like
when I look at the name tag,
Is it like the emotion
who
or
am I
like the
talking-
fish? What did I say? Did I say like the fish or did I say like the emotion?
No, I called him
McCoy.
Koi.
It's
so you just called
McCoy.
yes, McCoy.
His name's
yeah.
McCoy. Okay, yeah. MC.
all right. So when I look
COI.
at the name tags,
They don't have 'em.
Oh.
Yeah. It's like just old enough that there's no... They got aprons, no name tags. But they're wearing kind of like the 50s diner striped blue shirts. No name tags, though.
Okay.
Or this kid's just not wearing it. You can guess
then-
that there's three of them. The one that was angry at the blonde. The tall, skinny blonde that you're talking to. And then the big guy in the back working on the motherboard.
All right. So then she would ask politely, "Excuse me, could I have your name if we're going to be doing this?"
Oh, he grins. Sure, I'm Adrian.
Nice to meet you, Adrian. All right. I think a towel would be great. And all right, and this is where, yeah, she's gonna use entrancement.
Okay.
And she's gonna say, could I also... Is there anyone named McCoy? I was recommended to speak with them as well.
You say that, and he, like, his eyes kind of glaze over a little bit. And he blinks, and he rubs his head. Go ahead and roll your entrancement.
Ugh, I'm also hungry. Oh, Lord. Okay, I'm gonna have to feed soon. Alright, so here, let me put it here, because you're also gonna need it. So my charisma and presence. Oh my god. So that is a lot of dice. More dice. Okay, plus the 1. And then where's charisma? And that's good lord! Oh my god, Viola. Jesus. Okay. Just move all the dice so it's back. Okay. Oh wow, that is not as good as I thought it was gonna be. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 successes.
You are surprised by how powerful Adrian's mind is, as you gotta work for it. And you have a thought in the back of your mind, this kid would make an excellent ghoul. With how pretty he is, that cute mole under his eye, green eyes, man. Charmer. And he's got a strong mind. But you entrance him. And he immediately is kind of a little hot under the collar for you, which makes your fangs, the tips, tingle with hunger and need. Yeah. That's McCoy. And he points to the big guy.
There's a visible disappointment in Viola's face. Like, she's like, Do you think he could help? Does he give you trouble?
No. How honest do they have to be when entranced? Can you remind me? I am pacing. Is this
They don't
like
actually need to be on.
Do they-
Okay, because it says the vampire focuses on natural allure. So head over heels in love or meeting lifelong vital, the person affected. So yeah, they don't have to be.
They don't have
actually,
to,
like,
but like probably based on that. Okay, yeah. So based on how like he's like literally like feeling like he's absolutely in love with you, which is crazy for him because he's like, oh my god, am I having a straight awakening? This is insane. But anyways,
Oh no!
he's feeling things, and he's like, no, but sometimes we do sleep together. And then he gives me a really hard time, and then he like looks confused. But I don't want you to be upset about that. And he moves close.
No. Actually, I want to try to.
And McCoy like leans back and like squinting. He's got a toothpick in his mouth. You okay, Adrian? And Adrian's like, yeah, I'm great. I'm fine. I'm great. And he looks back at you. McCoy stands up. Hey, Adrian, can I talk to you for a second? Yeah, I'll be right. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. And he touches your hair. Okay.
Oh no. Okay. Viola's just waiting. And she's gonna listen in on their conversations, so she's gonna use heightened senses.
Okay, the angry kid, you hear him shout through the closed office, "Fuck!" And he opens the door and he's like, "You fucking bitch!" Sorry. And then he goes where McCoy and Adrian are talking and shuts the door. And so the three of them, you see them like kind of start yelling at each other and you hear like the muffled voices. McCoy's like, "Why the fuck would you say that?" And Adrian's like, "I don't know. I think I'm in love with her." What? No, you aren't!
I feel so bad.
And then the other kid's like, "No, you guys need to listen to me. Adrian, give me back my fucking wallet. I know you took it, you goddamn motherfucker." And Adrian's like, "I told you, give me a blowjob and I'll give it back, but I don't want that anymore. I want her." And McCoy's like, "What is wrong with you?"
Holy shit.
Oh,
And it's just three very horny young men just in the back, and it's just McCoy is like, "You need to not say things like that in public. What if my girlfriend heard you?" And Adrian's like, "Who cares? You're mine and hers."
Can I?
Blah, blah, blah.
Can I look over the counter?
Sure.
And
What are you looking
alright,
for?
and then I'm looking for, like, actually I'm gonna look around and see if there's any cameras of the place.
Yes. You see one immediately behind the red cash register.
Okay. And she says very loudly, "Excuse me?" I'm sorry, I think I've caused some trouble.
You knock on the door because they're like all fighting.
Yeah, I kind of like, because like I look at the camera and I just knock on the counter. I'm like really loudly.
Okay, so the third angry boy, his name is Carter. And he's the one that opens the door and he's like, "What? Sorry, can I
would
help
like to
you?"
Could I talk to all of you here?
They're a little busy and I'm trying to get my wallet.
I use awe. That was like, I think I would really
Okay.
like to talk to all of you.
You use awe for a snap minute. He's like, he thinks you're hot, and then he shakes out of it. "Lady,
Okay, good.
can you hold on a second?" And you're like, "Oh my god, Carter would also make a great ghoul." And then he shuts the door in your face.
Oh no! Don't give me ideas! Alright,
And he's
I'm
like,
not
"Listen
even
here,
mad-
you
I'm
little
not
fucking
mad at all."
teenagers." And McCoy's like,
Okay.
"Carter, please, just fucking handle it. Adrian." And Adrian's like, "I love her so much."
okay, I'm gonna use pen. I don't know if I need eyesight for this one, so could you read this, like, panacea? It says, the vampire soothes the mental, emotional turmoil of their subject, restoring to them. So, I want to kind of, like, have McCoy just relax for a fucking
Okay, so
second.
you
Good Lord.
open the door. Carter, who's older than the other two, by margins, it looks like, is like about to yell at you, and then you use panacea. And
Yeah, panacea.
things.
Thank you.
You're good. I'll say that things like immediately calm. And Adrian like flings himself at you, wrapping his arms around your shoulders, and is like, "I'm usually a bottom, but for you, I'll be a top."
Listen, I'm thank you for the offer.
And then he
Very
starts like
lovely of you,
sniffing
all
your
of you.
hair and kissing your neck, and McCoy is just
Okay.
looking absolutely horrified.
I know. I look at McCoy like, this is so awkward. Like,
And then you hear
I'm
a
just
ding a ling a ling a ling a ling ling, and there's a soft, sweet voice. "Hey, Coy!" And he's like, "Fuck!" And then Carter plucks Adrian off of you and like puts him in a headlock. He's like, "Give me my motherfucking wallet, you piece of shit." And McCoy's like, "Sorry, hold on." And he like moves past you, and he's like, "Hey, babe." And she's like, "You look upset. Are you okay?" "Yeah, great. I'm going on break, guys." And he undoes his apron and tosses it, and then he shoots Carter a look over you, gives you a sorry, and he leaves with this really cute other blonde girl. You see a pattern here.
that is super adorable. I fucking love it.
And they're just outside. You can see them through the window talking, and like she's adorable. She literally is like a picturesque, like model for the beach, right? It's obvious that she has blush of life. Hair is blonde, curled. She's wearing this adorable, like fuzzy jacket that looks like it's straight out of the 90s. Chunky heels, short skirt, big socks. Has a purse that matches. And
She looks at the person next to her, or Adrian, right?
yeah, I mean, Carter has Adrian in a headlock, and Adrian's like, "Help me, my beloved." And Carter's like, "What the fuck is wrong with you? Give me my fucking
Okay.
wallet." "Look,
Then
lady,
I'm gonna
the computer's out there. Just pick one that you like, okay? I'll give you a discount if you don't say shit."
Okay. All right. So shit. I didn't want to do this on two people in one night, but you know what? We're gonna do it. And she's like, "Let go of him." And I think those two need the day off to figure out what's the fuck is happening. And I'm gonna use entrancement on him too.
Okay, go ahead and roll it.
Oh god. Fuck me. Like, you can tell, like, Viola's just like, "Alright, I'm done fucking with these people's lives. Good lord." Okay, thank god. Oh. Alright, that was a rouse check. Oh. Saw my life flash before my eyes. So that is charisma. Jesus fucking Christ. 3, 2, 5, 4. One more. Good lord. Okay, too many dice. Okay, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay, you've entranced Carter too. As the both of them, like everything shifts, and then they move to both like flank you from either side, nuzzling into your hair.
And I say, listen, Carter, you're going to give these lovely to me, Adrian, McCoy. We're going to go off. We need to talk some business. We really need to build this computer. And you're going to give them the rest of the day off. And then I'll come back for you later. And boop, his nose. Boops his nose.
I'm not the boss, but I'll do whatever you want.
Just tell them that they had to call out suddenly. Very important.
I am currently single, and I would love to take you on a date. What'd you say your name was?
And up close, you see Carter's got his tongue pierced, lip pierced. He's got a tattoo behind the ear that kind of trails down the neck. And every time he talks, and the bottom lip ring kind of pulls, you see that he's got a tattoo on the inside of his lip.
What is the symbol? Or is it just a random...
Well, you'd have to pull the lip down a little bit to see. Or ask him to.
Listen.
I'm
Call me
listening.
V.
V. I love that name. You are
I will...
so beautiful. Adrian's like, I know. I'm in love.
This is good. I will come back for you later. Let me deal with the other two and settle their dispute, their little lover spat. All right, and boop, punch.
You should know.
Boops his nose.
McCoy's my little brother, so I already know. I know that he's been poly forever. His girlfriend doesn't know, but hey, could I take you out?
And Adrian's like, I asked her first.
If you let these two go and let me have a chat with them, I'll think about it.
Yeah, of course.
What's your number?
He recites it immediately.
I just pretend to jot it down. I feel... just jots it down. He's like, all right, love.
I like when you
Hopefully
call
I'll-
me. I love when you call me love. And he like hugs himself a little bit. Makes me feel wanted. I like that
Just
feeling.
take...
And Adrian's like, stop. She saw me first. We don't care
God.
that you're lonely and broken, Carter. We care about me here. V. Let me pledge my undying loyalty to you. I'll swear off McCoy's hot body for you.
Listen, I would not want to break what's seemingly a very interesting, beautiful, lovely, young relationship.
Carter
Or
grabs your other hand.
situationship.
And then you hear ring-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling as McCoy comes back inside. And we do a quick meanwhile right there to the other side of this building. What's Marquis and Rook and Jericho doing? Jericho, you are watching from the security cameras of the actual location as Kyler is live streaming them, and where he's got popcorn you're not sure, but he does slide back in the car with a bunch of fries that he door dashed from this location and is like, can you believe this shit? Pointing to the lover.
Yeah, that's
shit.
That's man, does that permanent? Is that gonna? Are they gonna be like that forever? Do you?
I don't know, but I know that guy, he's had a straight awakening and he ain't ever going back. Poor kid.
Kindred minds are a scary thing.
Yeah. I'd let her do it to me, though. I'm not gonna lie. You want a french fry?
What? Give you a straight awakening?
Yeah. Bing bong. Woo!
Yeah, he takes fry.
Should we go in and help? You think they got it? As he points at, like...
Would we be help, or would we just be a bigger hindrance?
I mean, are we supposed to
let's be
kidnap the
honest.
big guy? Because that's the guy we need to kidnap, right?
Yeah, I'm really
He's not
concerned
gonna
about
fit in
how
here,
big he
Jericho.
is.
He's not gonna fit in. He looks in the back. He's not gonna fit in here.
Yeah, I mean, sure he will.
I mean, if we had the doctor's SUV, but we don't.
But we don't have the doctor with us, so
Oh wait, do we have? Is this the SUV? Well, hold on.
yeah, we are in the SUV.
Oh, we have plenty of room then. I just remembered that Kadal
Yeah.
picked up Xirus.
Correct. Yeah, he's pretty big, but I think maybe that. I mean, he's just a human, though, right? He's not a kindred. So, I think, yeah, I think we'll be fine. I mean, I think that Rook feller that took out that whole bar by himself would be able to handle him.
Okay. He hands you another fry, and we'll just keep watching.
Cool.
And then Rook and Marquis, anything for you?
When the supposed McCoy walks outside to talk to the girl, he would try to keep an eye on her too, to see where she sauntered off to. Or whatever.
Which girl are you talking about?
The one that he went to go outside and talk to. Because he was sitting in front of where he was sitting, and then...
No,
the
no, no.
door.
This is a different one. This McCoy
the
was in
different
the back in the tech
Oh,
room.
okay.
We're in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
pizza joint.
You're still
so if he's-
watching.
Yeah.
You're still watching the pizza guy who's
Playing the game.
Yeah, playing the game. Yeah, I'm being out in the open, the distraction, and then
okay.
McCoy's the one in the back, right?
Yes, your food is pretty much delivered to you at this point. Full pizza, fresh chicken tenders.
Sick. He like when they bring it over, like, you guys got a bathroom?
Yeah, she points. It's on the computer tech side. I think right in between. There's like
So
a
is
little.
McCoy the dude with like the piercings and stuff?
No, that's Carter.
Carter. Okay, I mean, sorry, I'm trying to keep track of who's who.
So Adrian and Carter literally look like they're teenagers. Like, for your kindred brain, they look like children, like 16, 17,
yeah.
18. Carter looks like he's in his 20s, like 25, maybe 23, maybe. I don't know.
Cool.
Yeah.
McCoy came back in, right?
For a second, but then we'll meanwhile back over
Yeah.
there because he was going to come grab something and then go back outside with girlfriend.
Got it. He'll sit there and wait with his food for a second, see what happens with everything for a second before he walks outside with it.
Okay, so
Kinda thing,
you'll watch the pizza area, or you'll go towards that middle, in between the two businesses. Well,
Probably going like in the middle to like find the bathroom, quote unquote.
Okay,
and then
yeah, then you would
sees the
absolutely
debacle.
overhear a little bit of the madness that's happening in the tech area.
Just like, oh, okay.
That means that Marquis would overhear it as well, right?
Correct.
Okay. And are you walking towards the bathroom, Rook?
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
getting closer
slowly.
and closer to you.
Yeah.
Okay. I think. I think you can actually do this, but Marquis would probably just like whisper right to his face. Hey there. Scare the shit out of him.
It's fucked up, dude.
Does the pizza go flying? Dexterity and athletics.
Fuck, man.
You may not
click it this way.
reuse a willpower on this roll. What you get is what you get. Xirus, you are getting a feed, a live tweet, quote unquote, but more like live text from Kyler of everything that's happening.
Does my rapid reflex play into this role? Here? With celerity in any way?
Does it have a masquerade threat?
I couldn't tell you. I didn't write that part down.
It's possible that you'll pull an Edward Cullen and people will recognize something fucky.
Something weird.
Yeah.
Fuck it, dude. He's not one for subtlety.
Okay, so you're gonna go ahead and use your rapid reflexes then.
Yeah, this. Wait, I have it on the right thing.
The tweet from that Xirus gets is literally Viola's pulling her cock out.
Oh my god.
Kinda, he just kind of looked at it
Oh Jesus.
and like his brows were furrowed. Like,
And then to get next
That is
messages,
good.
the three of them are great ghoul candidates. Want me to kidnap? Then immediately follow up, Viola eggplant emoji, huge.
I got one success on that.
Okay, you spill the pizza, and as you do, it goes flinging into the computer area, like just fully out of the box. Kyler messages, pizza on the fly. You're not sure why, Xirus. And then the pizza lands in a heap against the cash register, which is an older one. It causes it to make a ka-chong ching, and then a bunch of coins go flying out. And that's just at the same moment that McCoy steps in and is like, holy shit. And Carter's like, she is the shit. And Adrian's like hugging you from behind, wrapping his arms around you, Viola. Like, you're so pretty. And he puts his chin on the top of your head because he's very tall. So pretty. And McCoy's like, what is going on here? Your pizza, dude? And then the young Kindred steps in, and the minute the Kindred steps in and she looks at you, Viola, and then she looks at you, Rook, you know that she's going to make a run for it. What do you guys want to do? Kyler then messages, she's on the run, Xirus!
I give a
I'm
look
gonna
to
make
Rook,
a dash
Yeah.
kind of thing at her, you know.
and I'm just gonna look at McCoy and be like, could you help me, please?
Okay, so we're gonna okay, all right, okay. So are you using celerity? Because this girl is like,
Taking off.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so then you're gonna roll your strength and athletics. Each of you get a turn. Strength and athletics. Plus your celerity to catch her. McCoy is going to basically be in the middle of saying, this is sexual harassment, dudes, like, get off of her. And then Adrian being like, you're just jealous that I no longer love you. And he's like, that's not true. I know who you are. Babe, this isn't what you think it is. Yeah, and
I got
Marquis
four
hearing the whole
successes.
thing, and Kyler's tweeting the whole thing to Xirus, and it's... How many successes did you get?
4.
Okay, so Marquis, what are you gonna do?
Quick question.
Yes.
By the choices that Rook is making, is that going to draw a lot of attention?
It's not going to draw a lot of attention from anyone on the pizza side because a lot of celerity is very quiet, but
Okay,
it will be
just
caught
checking.
on camera, and you know Kyler's pretty handy. So there's there's like a 70 to 80% chance that it's just not going to be seen.
Okay, so 2 things that Marquis wants to do. Number 1, he wants to, the guy who's sitting at the table,
Yes.
he wants to walk by him and he wants to take the blackberry.
You don't know where it is.
Can I?
You
if I
literally
can
might
find it.
have to like search him, like frisk him,
Ooh.
which you
Okay.
you could do. You could do.
I could?
as nerdy nondescript guy.
Oh, fuck.
Does this nerdy nondescript guy happen to be a little bit Asian?
No comment. Okay. Okay, question. Due to how Marquis chooses to feed, can he use those skills in order to perhaps manipulate said nerdy guy who has the Coke can to follow him into the bathroom for a little soiree?
Okay, wait. You wanna seduce the BlackBerry guy?
Correct.
You wanna seduce
Correct.
the DS psychopath?
Yes.
Okay, you can certainly try.
Okay. Reason being, he wants to find the phone, and then he wants to send a quick message to Kyler with the camera emoji, a big X, and say, "Get on it, big boy."
Oh God. Okay.
And then he's gonna try to seduce Mr. Blackberry Man.
Okay. Okay. Hold on to that for a second. Xirus, what are you texting back, if anything?
He looks at the phone, confused and frustrated, and like, huh, kind of moment. And he puts it on silent. He's like, I'm not dealing with this right now.
Okay. You get a lot of texts of just like, he's running, tackling her, but your phone does not buzz. As you head back, or as you are back in your office. Okay. All right. And then Viola, what are you doing in the scene?
God. I want to use persuasion to get them outside the store to talk, if that's possible. And I would say, I think we all need to have a little chat outside. This is awkward. Not gonna lie.
Okay.
Please? And I am going to use beauty because I haven't been using those extra dice. And add to that, to my dice pool, to convince everyone to be outside, especially Koi, because he's the only one that really needs convincing here.
Okay.
Jeez.
Roll,
oh my God.
Roll your charisma persuasion with your beauty. And Marquis, roll before you roll to seduce, roll a wits and insight, please. And then I'll describe what happens after that.
Okay, wow, I rolled a lot of dice. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then a skull. So, 7 and a skull.
Okay. Marquis, what'd you get?
5 successes.
Okay. And then Rook, you got 4 to chase her.
You're
Okay. Here's what happens. The girl, the blonde, she says, McCoy, I gotta go. And then she runs to leave, and he's like, babe, wait. And then you burst past him, causing like his hair to... Adrian and Carter, there's no convincing necessary. You instantly can tell, though, that McCoy is not going to leave his brother, Carter, or his lover, Adrian, with you, so he just follows you outside and is like, who is that guy? What the fuck? They are blinked, like, halfway down the street. She is fast as fuck, Rook. And she actually tips over a large metal trash can, throwing it back at you with a hiss, and the lights begin popping overhead as she runs underneath him. Electrical surges, and then the entire block cuts power. As it cuts power, Marquis, you rush forward, this being your chance. Your wits and awareness high enough to know that if you're going to get the blackberry, this is how you're going to get it. The little kid starts screaming. The guy shoots up to stand, and then your presence moving into him makes him stumble back, and you are all pockets and fingers. Go ahead and roll a dexterity and a... I want to say larceny.
Yeah, it'd be kind of larceny. Yeah.
Oh,
You're,
God.
You're breaking...
I got nothing there, man.
You're breaking
I got
and entering.
nothing there.
And then...
What am I doing?
You're rolling dexterity and larceny because you're like filling this guy up in all his pockets really fast while the lights are cut off because the girl is panicking. Rook, you
Can
are
I
gaining.
rouse the blood
Certainly
again?
can. Certainly can.
Okay.
McCoy is
yay.
like, what the fuck is going on? And at that point, Kyler's like, should we get out, Jericho? I feel like we should get out. That's the guy. She's bringing him.
I'm pretty sure the shit just hit the fan.
Yeah, okay, let's go.
Real hard.
And and then Kyler checks his phone. He's like, oh shit, I gotta delete. Jericho, you're on your own. I gotta delete shit. And he starts typing. And so you have to get out. And McCoy is like pulling Adrian off and like pulling Carter off because he's bigger than either of them. And he's like, what the fuck is into you guys? What did you do to them? Babe! Where the fuck did she go?
And in his, and I again, Hannah Chia, just like, I need you all to relax. And just gets them to relax. Everybody fucking calm their shit.
Okay, this time as you do it,
He's like, no! I don't want to relax!
and the other two are like, we're so relaxed. Like Carter's like, I'm so relaxed for you, Hottie. I'm so relaxed. I mean, I'm stiff too, but I'm relaxed. And then Adrian's like, ah. But McCoy, again, he would make a great ghoul. And then Jericho, what do you do in this scene?
He
'Cause
just doesn't even know. He's
You-
like, I don't. What do I even?
the guy is huge. Like you literally are like a backpack to him.
I mean, how huge? Because Jericho's he's like 6'1". He's
Okay.
He's decently built.
You're slender though, right?
I mean, his strength is actually his highest attribute.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
you might be able to he's 6'5". It's like 240.
All right.
He's a big young man.
All right. Big young man.
Uh-huh. Wow, you're way tall. Kyler is like the shortest dude. What the hell?
I would like to canonically add that you chose my height.
I did? I forgot.
You did.
That's too good. That's too good.
I think I might have done it for the giggles because like Kyler's like, yeah, I'm older than Jericho, but he's like this little guy. He's also like lean, slender. He's handsome though. I mean, now he's horrific, but you know, anyways. So what do you do? Because McCoy, you can tell that she's trying, like Viola is actively trying to use her disciplines to calm this guy down, and there's like a rage that's just being stoked.
I'm gonna. I don't know if this is the right answer, but you know it fits real well with them. I'm gonna try and like. Can we? I think Jericho's got like a satchel.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna try and quote unquote black bag him with his satchel.
Oh,
Oh no, dude.
On the back of him and like over his head like I'm sorry.
Ken, I need you to roll a strength and athletics. Okay, remind me again what you got, Marquis.
Oh, my sad skills of non-larceny.
Yeah.
3 successes.
Okay, he ends up grabbing your hands, and he's like, "Who the fuck do you think you are?" But he's actually got an accent. I just can't do it right now because I'm too giggly over this fucking other shit.
So, white nerdy looking Weird Al kind of guy standing in front of this guy. He grabs him by the shoulder and he lightly squeezes. And he is going to persuade him.
Okay, so he gets to react. So what
Cool.
he ends up doing after he plucks your hands off of him, because you're in the dark, he vanishes in front of you. But you know for a fact he's mortal. And you can smell him moving, obfuscated, through the quote-unquote discipline. So you expect that he is a ghoul. He leaves the game on the table and is headed out through the computer area. That's what he's doing.
Interesting. Snatching up the game, I will follow.
Okay. Jericho, what'd you get?
Well, I used a willpower to re-roll 3.
Yep.
And totally worth it because I got a critical.
Oh, shit.
So 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay. You get out, you're like, I'm sorry, you need to come with me! Right around his head. And he's like, and you start pulling him back, and Adrian and Carter's like, chill, everything's fine. And all three of them get in your Suburban.
Oh my god!
That's so funny.
And Kyler's like, what the actual fuck? And at that same moment, another guy comes bursting out with nondescript white nerdy guy behind him, and he looks panicked, like he's about to run. And that's when Rook, you grab the little blonde girl, and she turns around hissing and then bites you in the arm.
Oh jeez.
And you're like, fuck! She like immediately starts drinking, and you can feel some of your power transfer to her, and we're gonna end there for tonight.
Man, god damn it, why is it always me getting
shit.
fucked up? I don't get to fight back. Until next
Oh my
time.
god. Viola is gonna be in her room just sulking just after all this is done. Such a fucking mess.
That's
Remember
so
that time
funny,
I
dude.
jumped on the back of the 6'5" guy and threw my bag over his head? Yeah, that was great.
Oh my god.
I would just like everyone to know that my strength is 4, my intelligence is 2. So, there you go. where my
You're
brain
doing your
went.
best.
Meanwhile, back at the manor. Kadal, I don't understand these texts.
I